leader. She is a builder. As a mother of two young boys, ages 1 and 4, she's an entrepreneur with successful businesses spanning from the UK, Trinidad, and Tobago. She masters the art of juggling every single day. And if you follow her on Facebook, you will see how she is able to have time freedom, personal freedom, and financial freedom through this wonderful business experience. She is a top tier leader and a proud member of the prestigious 2020 Club, having personally empowered at least 20 families on their journey towards financial freedom. She is flat out getting it done and leading by example. Please help me welcome our first presenter for the evening, Miss Emma J. Regis. Are you out there, Miss Emma J?
I am. Pleasant good evening, Cassetta. Can you see and hear me clearly?
Oh, yes, I can see, and you're looking beautiful as always, my love.
Thank you so much. And thank you once again for such a gracious introduction. But let me throw it back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know the lady who introduced you tonight, this is one of our business partners, Miss Cassetta Grant, who resides in the Bahamas. Now, Cassetta is flat out getting it done in terms of leadership, in terms of leading by example and coachability. And we want to thank you for all that you do for us and the wider team. Thank you so much,
You're
Cassetta.
welcome. You're
Now,
welcome, Miss
ladies
Emma
and
J.
thank you. Now, ladies and gents, as Cassetta said, my name is Emma J. Regis, and I do reside in the beautiful island of Tobago, originally from the UK. But you know something? I decided a few years ago that I was tired of working 2 o'clock, working paycheck to paycheck, and simply always having more month than money when payday came. It simply wasn't making any sense. And as for those two handsome boys that Cassetta nicely told you about, because you see, I'm a mum of two and I'm a wife of one. And my two handsome princes mean everything to me because from being told that you can't have children to now have two children, you want everything that you can for them. Now, I then came upon this amazing vehicle that's allowed me to not only just have everything for my children, but be there for every milestone for them. Why? Because I found a vehicle that allows me time freedom, financial freedom, and also personal freedom. And you see, ladies and gents, I'm glad that you've taken the time out to be with us tonight because we are going to show you how you can design your ideal life, just like we have all been able to. So, tonight you are going to discover how you can earn more, travel more, and experience more. You see, ladies and gentlemen, in the travel industry, we are able to build a strong network, but also empower and embrace ourselves and others. We're also able to benefit from e commerce. Now, remember, COVID happened, but what didn't go down during COVID? The internet, right? E commerce is booming and only getting bigger and better. So, here you're able to work from anywhere anytime because there's no contracts and there's no quotas. But most importantly, how would you feel to become a travel professional? You see, you'll be able to now earn commissions and learn the secrets of a travel professional with the help of others. So you're probably asking, well, who are we? And I'm glad that you've asked. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Planet Marketing, a company that's managed as a business should be. Now, the gentleman you see on the right of the screen, that's Mr. Donald Bradley. He is our Planet Marketing founder and CEO, and he is also the gentleman with the vision behind this amazing vehicle. You see, Planet Marketing is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and they're a 10-year-old company with solid company leadership. We lead from the front, you see. Now, commissions paid today, numbers don't lie. And draw your attention to over 350 million. That's not a typo. That's exactly what we have paid out to date in commissions. Now, let me draw your attention to Mr. Dwayne Vansell. He is our Planet Marketing President. Mr. Vansell has over 20 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. We then go across to Miss Leanne Trekler. She is our COO. Again, a lady with over 20 years experience in management and administration. Ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing that this is a company that supports you and we have the right people in place to do so. So you're probably thinking, well, if it's a marketing company, well, what's your product? And I'm so glad that you asked. Ladies and gentlemen, our product is in the largest and sexiest industry in the world, which is travel. Our host agency is IntelliTravel. Now, IntelliTravel is based in Delray Beach, Florida. The gentleman you see to the right of the screen is Mr. James Ferrara. He is the IntelliTravel CEO. Now it's simple. It's an exclusive partnership between IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing. So we sell travel and Planet sells us. That's it. Now, IntelliTravel is based in Delray Beach, Florida, and we are known for accreditations and certifications from the CLIA, which is a Cruise Line International Association, to the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. Why? Because we are recognized for excellence. IntelliTravel is a 35-year-old company. And ladies and gentlemen, to date, we have done 5.5 billion with a B in travel bookings. Now, let me draw your attention to our industry awards and recognitions and go across to where you see that Travel Weekly Magellan Award. Now, if anyone knows anything about the awards and Grammys, well, this is like the Grammy of travel. And ladies and gentlemen, we haven't won it once, we have won it multiple times. So let me ask you a few questions. How many of you knew that commissions are already built inside of your travel bookings, whether you're booking directly with a supplier or booking online? You know, Travelocitybooking.com, there is always a commission tied in. So have you been leaving commission on the table? You see here, we enjoy the infinite possibilities as a travel business owner. You get 70 to 80, that's 70 to 80% of the commissions. A full-fledged at-home travel agency. What does that mean? You get a state-of-the-art booking portal. Partner with every major supplier worldwide, your own payment gateway, and your customer management software. And you're probably asking, well, what sort of trips can you book? You can book any and everything named travel. Girls' trips, guys' trips, groups, cruises, corporate and church retreats, fraternities and sororities, honeymoons, divorces, and much, much more. You name it, once it's travel and entertainment, there's a commission tied into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a full turnkey business. Customer service and support, on-demand training modules, access to major suppliers worldwide, and sales and marketing material. And let me just draw your attention to that image on the screen. See where it says welcome back? Well, that's waiting for your name because that is your personal agent portal. So you may ask yourself, what do I have access to? Because, you know, a lot of people think that travel is simply booking flights and booking hotels, but we're here to correct you. Anything and everything named travel and entertainment, there is a commission tied to it. So cruises, vacation packages, train tickets, vacation rentals, car rentals, airline tickets, hotel rooms, there's always a commission tied to it. So some people say, well, Emma, why travel? Why now? And I spin it back around and say, well, why not travel? Why not now? Let's break down the facts. Travel is an $11 trillion industry. Now, let me ask you a question. Between the hours of 9 to 5 when you're working, what's most people doing? That's right, they're online looking for their next holiday. Why? Because travel is the #1 researched online category. Yeah, at the moment, it's an $11.5 trillion industry, projected to hit 15 trillion. So let's break it down and see who is out there doing all this traveling. So we've got our baby boomers. They are fueling the growth with an annual spend of approximately $2.5 trillion annually. But then let's look at our Generation X's. If you're a Generation X, put an X in the chat box, because guess what? You're spending $3 trillion annually, but you like that quality over quantity, maintaining that work and lifestyle balance. And let's go across to our millennials. Our millennials are spending an astonishing $4 trillion annually. And I'm going to put myself in that group too, right? And then we've got our Generation Zs. Generation Zs are our current generations, our digital generations, the jet setters. They like to mix business and leisure, calling it our leisure travelers, and they're spending approximately $1.5 trillion annually. So, ladies and gentlemen, how would you feel about turning your mobile phone into an ATM and getting paid on what people are doing anyway? Let's face it, almost everyone you know is traveling or wants to travel. So, our boardrooms and our classrooms aren't those sticky classrooms. And a lot of you are probably asking, well, how much can I earn? And I'm glad you have asked. And we make it clear that that's not our classrooms, because guess what? When we're booking trips like these, frequent business traveler trips, 3 nights hotel stay, 3 times a month, through your own portal. So imagine someone comes to you, they want you to book a 3-night stay, 3 times a month through your portal, your booking portal. You will get a commission check of 151 US dollars. What have you done for that? Nothing. Simply sent someone to your portal and they have booked a trip, but you have earned a commission check of 151 US dollars. Would that not take a bill or two off of the table for you? Here's another example for you. Know anyone golfing? Or perhaps you're a golfer yourself. We all know golfers, they travel in groups. But guess what? Someone's come to you to do a 5-day golfing trip for a group of 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this may take you approximately 35 minutes to an hour of your time. But would that not be worth it for a commission check of over 270 US dollars? Here's another example for you. Know anyone getting married soon? Or perhaps you yourself might be looking to tie the knot. So you go onto your portal and you book a 7-day honeymoon, an all-inclusive resort complete with butler service. Again, it may take you about 35 to 40 minutes, an hour tops, to book this reservation for your client. But that hour will bring you a commission check of over 560 US dollars. Wouldn't that hour be worth it? But this is my best example. And I love this one because this is the group trips. And anyone in travel knows you go big or you go home, right? So group trips and cruises and faith-based trips, they pay the most commission. So someone comes to you to book a 5-day group cruise. It's a family reunion and they want 20 cabins on a Western Caribbean cruise. Now, with any family reunion or group, you're going to have some disagreement. It could be Aunt Martha, Uncle Baba, Cousin Destra, whosoever. They're arguing. They're arguing about rooms and cabins and Lido decks and all the rest of it. But that's not your concern, because for you doing that booking, which may take you about 35 minutes to an hour, that's a commission check of over 2,200 US dollars. Let me see some cha-chings in the chat. Now, ladies and gents, you see, we love to have fun learning and earning. Here at IntelliTravel, we're able to educate ourselves by experiencing travel from a client's perspective. And guess what? You'll be able to do the same thing too on our exclusive IntelliTrips. Now, you see, you can become better educated on our travel vendors and industry products, but you also have the opportunity to advance through each level of certification and position yourself for increased earnings. And that could be Dreammaker, Vacation Builder, or Travel Genius, but I'm going to show you a few of our industry examples. So, ladies and gentlemen, we went to Negril, Jamaica for 4 days, 3 nights for our wellness travel certification. This was at an adults only, all-inclusive resort. And as an agent, we paid 499 US dollars per person for the entire time. But guess what? We came back with our wellness travel certification. And you know something? We came back knowing that hotel inside out. $499 is what you'd pay for a night. And trust me, in these resorts, you're not even getting a night there for that price. We got three. Here's another example. Think about Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So we had a trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 4 days, 3 nights, but this is for our luxury travel advisor certification. Now, this was a 5-star, sorry, all-inclusive diamond resort. Ladies and gents, we paid $720 per person for the 3 nights. Again, you cannot even get one night for that price, but we got that for 3 nights and came back certified. So, ladies and gents, in this business opportunity, we want to show you that we are risk-free. Come in, try it. See if it's a fit for you. And if it's not, no problem. And that's where our IntelliTravel guarantees come into play. So our first one is our best travel price guarantee. And that simply says, someone books a trip with you, and within the first 7 days of booking that trip, they see it cheaper somewhere else. Well, we offer price match. And if we're unable to meet or beat the price, we will cut your client the difference in IntelliBucks to use as a credit towards their next vacation. So if we're unable to meet or beat the price, we will provide your clients with the difference in IntelliBucks to use towards their next vacation, but also to come back and book with you. That's our first guarantee. The second one is our 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. With any business, we say to you, come in, try it for 29 days. It's usually 30 days, but a lot of people like to leave it to the 11th hour. So we give you a 1-day caveat. Try it for 29 days. Lift the hood. Take it for a test drive. If it's not for you after those 29 days, you cancel and you get all of your monies back, no questions asked. But the third one, this was a huge game changer for me because this is our unique profit guarantee. And what this simply says is any business owner or entrepreneur understands that 30 days simply is not enough time to truly try and test a business. So Mr. Ferrara says, come in and try it for 12 months. And if within that time you do not make or save what you have invested, we will cut you a check for the difference and you still get to keep your business. Ladies and gents, who does that? We do it here at IntelliTravel. Why? Because it's a risk-free business that we know works. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to thank you so much for giving me your undivided attention while you allowed me to take you to the beaches of the world in the first half of tonight's presentation. You see, we go to 2 places here. We go to the beaches and we go to the banks. Now, I would like to bring before you a lady who is a 1-star director in this amazing opportunity. She resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. She has a team in 17 countries. She's part of the prestigious 40/40 Club. Ladies and gents, that's huge. That means that she has personally helped a minimum of 40 families. Now, this lady, she loves to travel. She is literally flat out getting it done. But ladies and gents, she retired 2 years ago. She was a vice president for a prestigious bank in the USA, but she retired with a plan. And now she is changing lives of people all over the globe. And she's in the top 1% of leaders in this business opportunity. I'm going to move myself out of the way and bring before you my coach and my mentor, Miss Donna Reeves. Donna, have you made it to the line?
I am here, Emma J. Can you see and hear me clearly?
I certainly can, Miss D. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for coming and spending some time with us this evening. As Emma J said, I spent 45 years in the financial services arena, 19 as a vice president for Wells Fargo Bank, but I did have a plan B. People often ask me why. Why did you start a business like this when you had a great career? And it's simple. I don't want anyone to be the captain of my ship or driving me to the destination of wealth. It definitely is not corporate America. You see, at any time, somebody can tap you on the shoulder and say, Donna, today is your last day, which I'm sure has happened to many of us. So tonight I'm going to share with you how you can build a network, not only for yourself, but for others. And that's the beauty of this business. It's not just about you, it's about giving to others. And I'm going to show you that through leverage and residual income. You see, my favorite uncle, Warren Buffett, says, never rely on a single source of income. You must invest to create a second source. He did not say, go out and get a second and third job. You see, 2 and 3 jobs are for 2 and 3 people. He said, invest to create a second source. And that is what I'm going to share with you tonight. So first, we're going to talk about leveraged income. And a lot of people say, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. Well, actually, every single one of us are. You see, you go to an amazing restaurant, the food is scrumptious. You're telling everybody. You see a great movie. You're sharing that with family and friends. Ladies, you see a shoe sale and you are dialing your sisters, telling them you got to get over to XYZ store because they have a tremendous sale. It may be an amazing hairstylist or barber, but you share that information with others and you are supporting that business establishment. You see, what happens there though, those businesses are not compensating you for those referrals. Here, that is exactly what we do. So every time you share this information with someone and they want to lock arms with you and become a travel agent as well as a marketing rep, you are going to be get paid a direct sale of $50. Now I know, no, I did not invite you here tonight or whoever invited you to talk about $50. We are going to talk about much, much more. You see, when that individual that partners with you goes out and does the same thing, you're going to get a 50% check match. They get the $50, you get 25. And then starting at Gold Builder, we have what is called a team bonus. It starts at $10 and goes all the way up to $60. Now, I want you to look at the bottom of the screen where it says no limits on direct sales, matches, and team bonuses. Upfront commissions are paid weekly. You see, that weekly is with 2 E's, no A, because there is no weakness in the commissions that we pay here through our compensation plan. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is our builder program. Now, we model this off of the Olympics, and right now the Winter Olympics are going on. So when you partner with 3 people as IntelliTravel agents, you're a bronze builder. 3 more, you are a silver builder. 3 more, you are a gold builder. And we all want to run for gold, just like the Olympics. They don't train hard to go and get a bronze or silver medal. They go to stand at the top of that podium and represent their country with a gold medal. Well, here, when you become a gold builder, 3 additional streams of income kick in. The first is that $10 team bonus. So instead of getting $50 every time you do a direct sale, it's $60. And that 50% check match goes from $25 to $35. In addition, you're going to get a 10% match on your personal ITA's travel commissions. So that cruise that Emma J talked about, where the representative or the travel agent was paid $2,200, if you were the person that sold that agency to them, they're going to get the $2,200, but the company is going to give you 10% or $220, not out of their money, directly from the company. And then you're also going to get a 10% match on your personal reps matrix commissions. You see, when you join this business on the marketing side, everybody gets a matrix. And I'm going to explain that percentage during our next slide. But this is a 3x9 team build matrix. What does that mean? You're not doing it alone. Team is the common word here. It's you and others. But I want you to look over to the right where it says level. And at the second level, you see a lock. And it is unlocked. When you partner with two individuals that join you as travel agency owners, it unlocks your matrix. The following month, you start getting $4 for every agency that falls into your organization, whether you brought them in or not. So let's look at the bronze. You are responsible for 3. You've partnered with 3 people. 27 seats on that level, multiplied by 4, it's 156. But let's jump down to the bronze builder. The silver builder. Remember, you're responsible for 6 people, 729 on that level. Multiply that times 4, 4,368. Now, if I was the rep that made the 4,368, but you introduced me to the business, you're going to get 10% of that when you reach the gold builder level, or $436.80. But remember, we're not stopping there. We are running for gold. And so at the gold builder level, you've partnered with 9 people. They bought agencies from you. If you add up all those seats, it's 29,523 seats in every single person's matrix. Multiply that times 4, it's $118,092. Now I know you're saying, Donna, I know a person is not making over $100,000 off of the $4 bill. You're right. Not one people, numerous people are making over $100,000 off of the $4 bill. You see, I call this our 401k on steroids. You see, here in the United States, we invest in a 401k. We invest our whole career. When we retire, we think, oh, we've saved up all this money and now we're going to be able to do whatever we want with the money. Well, guess what? It's got to go into another sheltered vehicle, because if we spend the money, we get penalized. I know it's crazy. Here, this 401k on steroids, once you've partnered with 2 people and it unlocks your matrix, that $4 begins to grow and grow and grow. And that happens every single 10th of the month. And that's why we love our 401k through our 3x9 team build matrix. But once you become a gold builder as well, it opens up the gates for you to become a director. So let's look at the 1-star director. 100 ITAs, independent travel agents. 100 times 4 is $400. That you're going to get on the 10th of the month. But on the 1st of the month, once you become a director, your director bonus kicks in. That is $500. And then you're going to get another $10 team bonus. So instead of making 50 on the direct sale, it's 70. And that 50% check match goes from 25 to 45. But I want you to look over in the gray box where it says directors will receive. Second bullet down, it says 1-star directors receive $1,000 monthly income guaranteed from all sources. So what does that mean? At the end of the month, the system is going to scroll down, and if they see as a 1-star director that you have not brought in $1,000, Mr. Bradley is going to make up that difference. If it's $800, he's going to give you the other 2. One-star directors will not make less than $1,000. Let's jump down to a two-star. You and your team, remember this is a team effort, have grown to 300 agents. 3 times 4, that $4 bill is $1,200. You're going to get that on the 10th of the month. But on the 1st of the month, that director bonus doubles, and now you're getting $1,000, and you get another $10 team bonus. So you're making 80 on every direct sale, and you're making 55 on the 50% check match. Let's go down to 5-star, right? 4,000, you and your team. 4 times 4, $16,000 you're making on the $4 bill on the 10th of the month. But on the 1st of the month, that director bonus drops into your account, and that is $10,000. And your $10 team bonus caps off at that level. So at that level, you're making 110 per direct sale and 85 on the 50% check match. Now, I want to bring you down to 7 stars because we just birthed a 7-star director, a beautiful young lady out of the United Kingdom, and she's only been with the company for 6 years. She's surpassed everybody. Now, on the 10th of the month, multiply that 25,000 times $4. She's making 100,000 on that $4 bill. Her director bonus at that level is 30,000 she gets on the 1st of the month. But let me share this with you. This young lady makes approximately $167,000 per month from this business opportunity. We have no 8, 9, or 10-star directors at this time. You have joined this information at the right time because we continue to grow. Now, this is the President Ring and Rolex program, and this comes directly from the heart of Mr. Bradley. You see, he rewards what he loves repeated. And so this program comes directly from his pocket, not the company. So once you're making $8,333 per month, $100,000 annually, he's going to give you a sapphire ring. $20,833 per month, $250,000 a year, he's going to give you the ruby ring. $41,666 per month, which is $500,000. He's going to give you the diamond ring. I don't know anybody that doesn't like diamonds. And then $83,333 per month. You are $1 million earner annually, and you will get the double diamond ring. Now, there's too many sapphire, ruby, and diamond rings to tell you the numbers, but I can tell you our double diamond recipients, or our $1 million earners, right now stands at 8. We are about to birth 9th. And then also when you become a 5-star director, he gives you a Rolex timepiece. Now, would I buy a Rolex watch for myself? Absolutely not. I'd rather travel with that money. If he's going to bless me with a Rolex, I will wear it proudly as a 5-star director. So this is our 2025 income disclosure statement, which we provide to the IRS. You see here in the United States, any penny that we make over $600, we pay taxes on. We call that Uncle Sam. He's not our uncle, but we definitely have to pay him taxes. So I want you to come down to the gold builder, right? We're all running for gold. A gold builder works about 15 hours per week. Last year, a gold builder made over $655,000. Come on down to 6-star director because we didn't have a 7-star last year, and they're making an average, as you see, of $1 million. Now, this income disclosure statement is only applicable to Planet Marketing. I want to make that clear. Has nothing to do with IntelliTravel, because between the two companies, right, for Planet Marketing, we pay out over $6.5 million a month in commission, and we do the same for IntelliTravel, paying out over $13 million a month for commissions. Now, I know the print is small here. If you want to see this up close and personal, just ask the person that invited you, and we will ensure that we get you over a copy. So this is why I planted my flag here with Planet Marketing. And I'm going to read it word for word because it is worth it. As the Planet Marketing Director, feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, director pay, director bonuses, and monthly residual income. When I became a director, I immediately got legal documents in the mail saying to me, Donna, who do you want to leave your money to? You can leave it to anybody. I'm not married. I have no children. I'm leaving it to my siblings and my two favorite nieces. What does that mean? If I die today, all of the money that I make on a weekly and monthly basis will be divided between all of them, and they will get that for the rest of their life. But guess what? When they pass away, they're going to be able to leave it to their beneficiaries. And when they pass away, it will be left to theirs. This is our Planet Pledge and our legacy. Why does this mean so much to me? As I said in the beginning, I spent 45 years in the financial services arena, 19, close to 20 as a vice president for Wells Fargo Bank. When I retired June of 2024, did they give me a pledge? Did they give me a legacy? Did they give me anything? Well, they did. They gave me a $150 gift card and a plaque. After almost 20 years of devotion to them, running a very, very complex department within the industry. But they didn't care. They used my talents. And then when I was ready to go, they said, bye-bye. They did not care about my welfare or the welfare of my family. And that is why I planted my flag here, because Mr. Bradley says, we're going to take care of you while you're here on earth. And when you leave this earth, we are going to make sure that your family is taken care of as well. Now, this is a turnkey business, right? All of your valuable tools, systems, websites, mobile apps, on-demand trainings, live trainings are going to be provided to you. One of our biggest events every single year is our international convention. This year, we will be back in Orlando, Florida, at the largest Marriott in the world. And our international convention is from September 10th through the 12th. And it is called Unstoppable. Why? Because we have no fear, we have no excuses, and we have no limits. At our convention this year in 2026, our guest note speaker will be Fraser Brooks. And if you don't know who Fraser Brooks is, Google him and you will see the powerhouse that is going to be pouring into each and every one of us. And every year we have a powerful speaker. Last year it was Dr. John C. Maxwell, which is the godfather of leadership. Now, I know you're saying, how do I start? And you're saying to me, Donna, when Emma J talked about that cruise and I could make $2,200 on the cruise, I was ready to go. Well, I'm going to share with you exactly how we get started here. You see, price is what you pay, but value is what you get. No, that is not a typo on the screen. $199.90, let's round it up to $200, one-time payment. $19.95 of that goes to Planet Marketing. $179.95 of that goes to IntelliTravel. Then 30 days later, your overhead kicks in. Every business has an overhead. And that overhead with the mobile apps is going to be $64.95. Now, why Emma J talked about that risk-free is you can come in because there's no contracts with this. You can come in, check out this business for 29 days. If you decide you don't want to do it, you cancel the business and you get your money back via the form of credit or debit card you paid for the the business. So if you're in another country, I know we have some Trinidad and Tobago people on the line. It is 1,400 TT one time. Your overhead 440 per month. I know we have some United Kingdom guests on the line. 156 pounds one time. 46 is your monthly overhead. Barbados is on the line, 404 one time. Your monthly overhead is 130. And I believe we have St. Kitts and Nevis on the line, 541 one time, 180 monthly overhead. And you can't get an $11.5 trillion industry as a business owner anywhere for this kind of investment that literally can set you free. Now, normally we have three types of people that join us, and all I'm going to ask you to do is get mad, make a decision. Three say, Donna, thank you. Thank you for inviting me, or the person that invited me tonight, but I don't like travel. I don't want to make money on travel. I don't want to bless other people with travel. And all I say to you is thank you so much for honoring the invite. But the next time you get ready to take that cruise, go to a resort, anywhere you want to go, get back to the person that invited you and give them your business so that they're paid that commission and it doesn't stay with the supplier. Number two, say, Donna, when Emma J talked about that cruise and a $2,200 commission, I was ready to go, but I have some questions. Stay on. We're going to answer every single one of your questions. And number one, say, Don, I was ready to go. When she talked about that $2,200, I was putting myself on the Lido deck doing the cha-cha slide because I knew I was coming home to a tremendous compensation for the work that I had done. Get ready. We're going to welcome you quickly into this amazing opportunity. You see, start your journey of success, and your journey of success starts with one step. You took the one step tonight by honoring the invite of somebody. But the beauty of this business is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. But guess what? Those other thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, you are going to be with us. You see, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And we are going to take that journey along with you as we do with all of our other success partners that are in the business with us. So on behalf of Andre Harris out of Trinidad, Nadine Sparks out of North Carolina, Jolene Murray out of Tobago, Norberta Isaacs out of Trinidad, Cosetta Grant out of the Bahamas, Desra Bascom out of Trinidad, Mary Teasley out of Texas, Janelle Griffith out of Barbados, Cheryl McCrae out of Georgia, Chris Murphy out of the United Kingdom, Emma J. Regis out of Tobago, and yours truly, Donna Reeves out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We want to welcome you to the best place on the planet. So I'm going to bring my co-hosts back up today, and we are going to go into our Q&A session and answer all of the questions that you have. I don't want you leaving us tonight and going and asking someone that knows nothing about this industry questions to help you make a decision about your financial future. You can type the question into the chat box. We'll read it off for you, or you can come off mute, ask your question, and we will provide the answer for you. We are family here. Please, no question is a silly question. And if you're thinking it, probably somebody else is. We just need to get the ball rolling because sometimes people are a little shy, which I don't know why, because like I said, we are truly family here. But one thing I'm going to address before we go into Q&A, and I always want to address it because sometimes it's a concern and a lot for our international guests that are on the line. And they're saying this is a pyramid scheme, right? And I understand why a lot of people think that a model like this may be a pyramid scheme. And that's because they got caught up in the susu, the flower, the giving tree. And it goes like this. Emma J, give me $500 and I promise you in 5 weeks, I'm going to give you 5,000. It's illegal. I can't guarantee Emma J any money because that money is coming from other people that have been duped into thinking giving that 500 is going to grow to 5,000 in several weeks. It's illegal. Now, our company has a product, travel, has a service. We sell travel agency franchises. Furthermore, we're mandated by the Internal Revenue Service. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. I don't know any scam that reports their scam money to the IRS. It just doesn't work like that, right? We have to report every penny we make to the IRS. But if you don't even believe that, believe this. If this is a scam, then guess who's in the scam with us? Royal Caribbean, MSC Cruises, United Airlines, American Airlines, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Avis Rent-A-Car, every football stadium, the Super Bowl, any concert that you've ever been to, all of them are in this scam with us because we sell their inventory. It just is not accurate. These are legitimate businesses. IntelliTravel has been around for 35 years. The current CEO is the co-founder of this business. As a matter of fact, he is the person that went before Congress so that we can do this from the comfort of our home. Pretty old. You know that back in the day, we had to go to a brick and mortar store and that travel agent opened up a magazine and we looked through it. Those days are over. Now you can do it from the comfort of your home. Both businesses are legitimate. Both businesses report everything to the Internal Revenue Service. And I promise you that both businesses are highly respected in the industry and making a lot of money. As you saw, we booked $5.5 billion in travel. We pay out over 13 million every month in commissions on both sides of the business. So we couldn't do all that illegally. So with that, I want to open it up. Are there any questions whatsoever from any of our guests?
Nothing in the chat box at the moment, Miss D.
Right. Well, I'm going to ask you a question then. So I often ask this question to Emma J because, of course, I didn't know Emma J before, the internet, that connection, right? But one of the questions that I always want her to explain is, did she have any experience doing this beforehand? And is she a number in this business model? Can you answer that, Emma J?
Absolutely. And to be honest, this is one of my favorite questions because, as we always say, we didn't do it until we did it, right? And that's literally how it is. Ladies and gents, you don't know until you try, right? Never judge a book by its cover. And as for that second question, being a number, let's just make something clear. Once you are an employee, you are a number on a payroll. Period. Once you are a business owner, you are building a legacy for you. Right? Now, the best part of this is, ladies and gents, have you heard any single person other than Miss Donna and myself say anything on this line? No. Why? Because this business module is made for you to leverage the tools and resources that's there. And once you can understand that you don't need to know every single thing about a business module before you decide to invest, right? Because let's face it, you didn't know everything about your job before you decide to sign that contract to get started. You just knew what they was paying you, right? So with this business module, you are in a culture of people, like-minded people on that journey to freedom. However you want to pretty it up, it's all freedom. I want to travel when I get, it's freedom. I want to have money, it's freedom. Because it's time freedom, personal freedom, or financial freedom. It always falls into that freedom category. So just know that here, you are never going to be a number. You are going to be a business owner who's respected as such. But guess what? You're a business owner who don't have to do all that heavy lifting and that thinking and expenses. Because why? This vehicle gives you those 2 turnkey businesses that allow you to set your business up immediately as soon as you make the decision that, here what, I found it. I found that vehicle. I've found a vehicle that is going to change my life. I'm ready to commit to myself. I'm ready to position myself. And if that means positioning myself in isolation, isolation isn't punishment, it's positioning, ladies and gents. So once you position yourself in the right place, you will see those right signs and you will jump on the right vehicle. You'll never be a number here. Back to you, Misty.
I love that. And we're very transparent here. We're always going to tell you the truth because the truth will always set you free. So don't think that we're making up stuff as we go along. You could ask any agent on the line tonight. We speak the truth. So people say, well, what do I get for that investment? Right? Well, immediately when you sign up, which is going to take you about 20 minutes, depending on how quick you type, right? You're going to get your agent PIN number associated only to you. You're going to get your IATA number for all land and air bookings. You're going to get your CLIA number for all cruise bookings. In addition, you're going to get two websites, marketing and travel. You're going to get two mobile apps, marketing and travel. All of your training is for free unless you want to go to some exotic island and get a wellness certificate or a luxury travel certificate, but you can do that all online. In addition, all of your training from myself, from other leaders, from the VP of training for IntelliTravel, from our ambassadors. See, we have ambassadors all over the world that are trained to train all of us. In addition to our suppliers, all of our suppliers are training us as well because they want you to book with them. People often ask me, well, do I have to get certified? You don't have to get certified in anything. Your certifications and your accreditations stay at the host agency level. Now, if you want to get certifications, you absolutely can. Let's just say that you want to be a cruise specialist. Well, go ahead and get a cruise specialist certification. Matter of fact, when you do Princess Cruise training, when you're done, they give you a cruise for two for free. Or maybe you want to be a faith-based specialist, right? We have a faith-based supplier that takes groups to the Holy Land. Very, very, very lucrative. And, most people have never been to the Holy Land. I haven't, but it's on my list. Most people don't know that 4%, only 4% of pastors have ever been to the Holy Land. So it's things that churches want to do. And it's not just one church, because when we open it up and do the presentation for the deacon or the pastor of that church, then the sister and brother churches want to join in. And before you know it, you got hundreds of people going on this trip and a beautiful commission looking at you like $34,000, $35,000. These aren't numbers made up. This is actual commissions paid. So much you can do, but you decide what you want to do. There's nobody standing over you telling you you have to be certified in one type of business or the other. But what you get, customer service, marketing materials, IT, legal team, all of the updates for our mobile apps, our website is all done on your behalf by the company. So there's nowhere that you could start a business with all that you get for $200 and be able to be in an $11.5 trillion industry. And let me just say, it's the most lucrative industry in the world. Why? Because sports and entertainment included in it. Right? It's travel, sports, entertainment, theater. Also, every time you book a trip, once I book that trip for my clientele, I'm going back and I'm asking them, do you want to go scuba diving? Do you want to go snorkeling? Do you want to go ATVing? Do you want to go horseback riding? Because we sell all of the excursions as well and get compensated for that. So it is a very, very lucrative business in an industry that everybody does. They just don't realize they can get paid for it. Any questions in our chat box? No, I can't believe not one person has a question. So let me see here. Let me ask you this, Emma J. Let me see.
Let me fire a question at you. Sorry, let's just throw it this way.
All right, fire
So,
away.
all right, so you retired 2 years ago, but you retired with a plan. Now, how did you manage your time when you had your full-time job and doing this business?
It's a great question. So I left the house before 7 in the morning, and I normally did not get home until after 6 o'clock at night. I had a long, long day. But you see this little thing right here? It's called my mobile app, which goes with me everywhere. You see, in between calls on my lunch break, on a break, when I did my morning walk, because I did that, I'm very into health and wellness. I still got my morning walk in. I could be on my phone. I could be sending messages. I could be sending videos to people that were interested in the business from my mobile app. But let's just say my work day, right? When I came home, I'm a very organized person. I'm scheduling the time that I'm going to work my business. This is what we say to people. It doesn't matter what time you put into the business. If you said to me, Donna, I can only work this business 1 hour a day, 7 hours a week, I would say, okay, we're going to make that the best 7 hours. You're going to commit 100% to the business in that 7 hours. So what you put into the business, you're going to get out. What I often say to my agents is, if you're an undercover agent and you're a secret agent, you're not making any money. It's just like you're in hiding, right? When somebody's looking for you. But if you are a travel agency owner and you're screaming from the mountaintops, you are, as well as you can sell travel agency franchises, people will come. People want what you have. And then they're going to say to you, how did you become a travel agency owner? I book travel for my family and friends all the time. You mean to tell me that I could be making money from this? Absolutely, because that's what I said. I used to book trips. I used to be in the Bahamas all the time, 20, 30 people putting trips together. Did I get paid for that? No, because I didn't know this was a business. So you organize your time just like anything else. And when people say, I have no time, we do a little calendar exercise with you that shows most people they have 30, 40, sometimes 50 hours a week that they are doing nothing. And that's outside of their 9 to 5 job, outside of going to church, outside of going to Bible study, doctor's appointments. Then I say, well, what are you doing during that time? And they sit back and think, and they're like, watching Netflix, scrolling on Facebook. Okay, well, let's turn that into income producing activities. You can scroll, but I'm going to turn this into an ATM. So you're scrolling and you're advertising what you do so people bring revenue to you. So it doesn't matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter what your job is. You definitely have time to invest in this business and to work this business because remember, you're leveraging other people. You're not doing it by yourself. Great question. Let me ask you this because you are, we're both on social media. How do you advertise? How do you advertise your business?
Oh, mate. Okay, so ladies and gents, coming into this, right, it's a learning process. You ain't gonna get everything right, right? And it's so funny because understanding social media, you got to cock it up. Once you cock it up, that is actually perfection to the algorithms, right? So if you're like me, I was doing everything called anal, but now I'm doing every single thing as content. Every single thing is content. I take my kids to school, that's content. I go to the beach, that's content. I go for a walk, that's content. Because you know something? That is showing people this is Emma J. Regis. This is her lifestyle. This is her kids. This is her husband. As I say, a mother to two, wife to one, right? This is my lifestyle. So for me, it's literally putting it out there on social media. Showing and exposing is the only way that you're going to be building that trust and attracting the right people to you. And listen, there's no right or wrong way on doing it in social media. We hold your hands, we teach you the tools, we teach you everything that you need to know. Listen, ladies and gents, let's just cut it. All you need to do is have a burning desire to know that you want to make some extra cash, have a burning desire to know that you want to change the trajectory of your life, have a burning desire to know that, guess what? Where I was in 2025 and now I'm in 2026, I've not made an improvement. No, something's not working, right? So once you have that desire and determination to now commit to yourself tenfold, the same way that you would commit to your employer to build their legacy, while they tell you what to do, when to do it, and technically how to do it. But guess what? They're telling you how much they're paying for you to do what they're telling you to do. It makes no sense. We're not saying quit your job, right? What we are saying to you is think about where it is that you want to get to in life. Yeah, and know to yourself that you have a vehicle and a team of people to help you get there along the way. This is not an easy game. If it was easy, every single person would be doing it, right? But if you know to yourself that you can commit to your employer, know to yourself you can commit to yourself. That's the best I can say to you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt this business model. Success leaves clues, and a 10-year-old company with 8 millionaires so far and 140,000 agents on the travel side, that speaks for itself. Back to you, Misty.
Say a couple things and then we're going to close it out. We're at the top of the hour. But one of the things I want to share with you, people say, Donna, you have agents in 17 countries. Did you travel to all 17 countries? Absolutely not. I met everybody from the comfort of my home here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I didn't meet them all. Other business partners that I connected with know people in other countries, and that is how my team has grown. So you can sit in the comfort of your home and you can hit all 22 countries. We're about to be in 23. At the end of the first quarter, we are entering into the United Arab Emirates. So you can do it from your home. And yes, we train you how to do that as well through a Facebook business page, not your profile. But the other thing I want to say, if there's no questions, is listen, we brought you here tonight to educate you about the sexiest industry in the world, bar no other. Everybody does what we do. But if this is something that does not move you, does not get in you to say that, oh, I could do this and I could help other people be successful as well, it's okay. But I'm asking you that mindset, to shift your mindset and think about what you're passionate about. You may be an extraordinary cook. You may be an amazing hairstylist. You may be able to put floral arrangements together that is to die for. If that's your passion, turn it into a paycheck. This is education about don't rely on a single source of income. You must invest to create additional streams. Whatever your passion is, if this doesn't suit you, turn that passion into a paycheck, because everybody that invited you here tonight wants to see you here back again as success partners with us, and you inviting guests instead of just a guest. So I hope we sparked some fire in you tonight. I hope it opened up your mind to think about other streams of income, to think about being part of this amazing family, because we would love to see you where we visit often. And as Emma J said, it's the beach and the bank. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Please get back to the person that invited you. They'll get you on the line with a leader so that they can get all of your questions answered so that you can make an educated decision about the business. Have an amazing evening. God bless and good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.